Hey, my name is Dan. I am a digital nomad and I've been traveling Southeast Asia for the past 8 months. And I feel like I want to share some of my experiences in case you want to move here or travel here. I hope this will be helpful. So, for the past 3 weeks, I've been staying in Cambodia in Siem Reap. So, first of all, I want to talk about my expectations. I don't want to offend anyone, but obviously my expectations regarding Cambodia were pretty low. And I mean, what else can you expect from a country where an average salary is $170 a month? I was pretty surprised. I expected that I would come here and it would be super poor. Some of my friends who traveled to Cambodia, they told me that you get some glances from people when they see that you're white, so they kind of consider that you're rich, but I didn't get that. Mostly people were really nice. So yeah, the expectations were pretty low, but actually my experience shows the opposite. Okay, so let me share the experience of actually living here. Speaking of food, I love food. That's why I want to start with that. And food here is amazing. I need to highlight that in reality, I feel like there's no like a middle segment. So it's either you eat outside some street food, which is really cheap, or you eat at some cafes and restaurants, which is, I would say, expensive. And there's no middle ground for that. Like if you look at Malaysia or Singapore, Thailand, you have some food courts which are clean and nice and safe, and it's still cheap. Here, I wouldn't say that I found a place like that. So two options are street food and restaurants. I didn't dare to try the street food because it was pretty hot. I'm here in April 2023 and the weather is 38 degrees in the daytime. It is pretty hot and it's kind of, suspicious to go and eat street food which has been there in the open in this hot weather. So mostly I've been going out to some cafes, and trust me, cafes here are amazing. I have a list of at least 30 different cafes, which I will link down below. You've got Western food, you've got Korean food, Chinese, local food as well. You've got some vegan options, so anything you want, and the quality, the service, the taste, everything is just amazing. I loved it. So I've been practically going to different cafes each day, and I was just like collecting all the information that I can so I can pass on the knowledge. Most of the cafes and restaurants, they also have good Wi-Fi, so if you're a digital nomad like me, it will be great because you can go out there, there's a power outlet, you can work there all day. It is worth mentioning that some cafes, they actually close at 5 p.m., but some work until 9 p.m. or midnight, so you can spend the whole day there. Some of them, they do have air conditioning, some of them don't, so you're literally like sitting outside, and I wouldn't recommend doing that during this hot, crazy weather because, well, it really wears you down. Like, you do need to drink a lot of water, but that doesn't help, so I would have headaches in the end of the day. Summing it up, food is amazing, the variety is crazy. Speaking of prices, I would say that I spent around $10 each time I had a meal, so that would be like a huge portion of the main course and probably some tea or coffee. A lot of people speak English, pretty good English, which makes communicating here and getting around pretty easy, to be honest. Sometimes you will run into situations where you cannot explain yourself, so like you're saying something and people just don't understand you, but that's fine. And mostly people were really helpful. So when I just came here, I needed to find my Airbnb. I didn't buy a SIM card at the airport, so I had no internet connection whatsoever. So my tuk-tuk driver, he brought me to some house, and I didn't know if that's the house or not. And there was a woman in that house. She came out, they started speaking Cambodian language, I guess. And she called someone, she passed me the phone, and I was on the phone saying that, oh, I'm looking for the Airbnb, but I'm not sure if that's the right place. And then the woman on the phone, she was like, yes, give me your name. Okay, yes, that's the right place. Everything is fine. So it took about 10 minutes between my tuk-tuk driver and this woman to actually come to a conclusion and help me out. But yeah, it was fine. It is worth mentioning that there are a lot of dogs, and not only domestic dogs, but stray dogs here. So the first time I came, I stopped by an Airbnb, which was like, inside an area where locals live, and it was fine. The room was fine, the owners were fine, but they had 5 dogs, and my relationship with dogs is not really great. I'm pretty scared of dogs. I can get along if it's like one dog and it's my friend's dog, it's fine. But there were 5 dogs in that house, and there were also, I don't know, at least 10 dogs running around outside in the street. So I was not really feeling comfortable. I rented the place for $450 a month, which was okay, but one day, I think it was the second day of my stay, I come back home and the owner was not there. So I was greeted by 5 dogs barking at me, and I had to open the gate and actually walk in, but they were barking at me, so I guess, they were protecting the house. So I was like, fuck that, I'm not gonna do it. I just went around, just grabbed some dinner, went for a walk, and then I came back, the owner was back. So yeah, I was feeling safer. So after that, I actually had to request a refund from Airbnb, and I looked for another place to stay for a month. And I actually selected the Palmery Boutique Hotel, which cost me $600 per month. It wasn't really per month, I think it was like 28 nights or something. This place is amazing. I will link it down below as well. This place is clean, nice, there are no dogs outside, you get the room cleaning every day. I think they change the linen every week, so it's really nice. The room is spacious, you have the balcony, you have many options for the rooms, you have the pool as well, so yeah, $600 a month will get you a really, really nice and clean and luxurious room, as I would say. Speaking of tourist attractions, I haven't been to many places because that's the kind of traveler that I am. I prefer nice food and bars to, going around places, but I can mention that I was in the National Museum. I still didn't have a chance to go to Angkor Wat, but I think I will go there next weekend. The museum is amazing, gives you great insight into Khmer culture. You should get the audio guide as well. There are many languages available in the audio guide, so I think that's pretty helpful. Other than that, I was just going around on a bike, just, taking a look by myself, what it looks like to live in Cambodia. And as soon as you leave the main area of the town, you can actually see the poverty that you would expect in Cambodia. Which is quite sad, but at the same time it's kind of interesting. People literally live in the huts, they literally live in the street under palm leaves. That's it. But it's sad. It's sad from one side, but at the same time it's kind of cool because those people they look so happy. They have kids running around, they all laugh, and life seems okay to them. I think it is worth going to Siem Reap in April. I'm not sure if it's the same date every year, but on the 14th of April 2023, it was Cambodian New Year, which is also Songkran in Thailand. So what happens is that people go out into the streets and they have water fights. So literally everybody is having water guns. People are splashing each other with water all the time. They also take baby powder and they put it on your face because this is they want to make you look pretty, something like this. But yeah, it's an amazing celebration which lasts for 3 days. And you gotta be careful, you know, don't carry your laptop or iPad or expensive things with you because, well, they might get flooded. That's it, you know, because everybody is just splashing each other with water. They don't care. Sometimes you can beep on your motorbike and they might not put some water on you, but sometimes they just don't care. But yeah, that's an amazing celebration. I had fun, and all the people go out. They really share the emotions. They're really welcoming. Some people even gave me some beer, you know. So it was amazing. Speaking of transportation and getting around, I got a bike. It's the most common and basic thing that you're gonna use to get around. So the bike that I got cost me $130 for 1 month. And it's nice, you know, if you're staying here for a long time, I think it's a cheaper option rather than taking tuk-tuk every time. Even though tuk-tuk is really cheap, like you can pay $1 or $2 to get around, but having your own bike is more convenient, even though it's not that safe, which is a topic for another video. But yeah, that was like $130 a month. I only refueled it once so far, and I think it cost me like $5 or something. I'm a tattooed, bold, scary man who probably some people would be too scared to, I don't know, approach or mug or something. So, but speaking from my perspective, it's pretty safe. I never had any aggressive encounters. I didn't have any problems apart from dogs. But speaking of people, people are really nice. People are nice and friendly. If you go to the main area, like the pub street, so that's like the city center where, you know, all the pubs and clubs and all the fun is happening. If you go there, you will get approached quite a lot by locals, you know, offering weed, cocaine, tuk-tuk, whatever. But this is normal. Nobody really pressures you into anything, you know, nothing bad happens. So I think it's pretty safe if you're not walking alone, you know, at midnight in some weird areas. So I think it should be pretty safe. So yeah, I think I would wrap up here. If you have any questions, you can always contact me through Instagram or comment down below. I'll try to reply as soon as I can. I'll also leave links to cafes and, you know, some useful places in Cambodia down below. I hope you have a great day. If you want to travel to Asia, please do. It's amazing here. That's all for me for now. I don't know how to end this video. I'll try to get better at this. But, well, you know, this is my first time. This first time for everything. Bye. Oh my god, this is so fucking retarded. It's fine, you know. It's fine.